What about you? You're very welcome. Hit the wee follow button if you so choose. Now, what a week it is. What a week it's going to be. It's going to be interesting. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. It's decided that it's obviously time for... That auspicious prize goes unsurprisingly this week to DUP leader Jeffrey Donaldson. Now, start off, let's put this in perspective. Let's just get this, let's just clear this up once and for all. Doesn't matter whether you're a prod or a pibbish. Doesn't matter whether you're unionist or nationalist. Brexit was a bollocks. Brexit is a bollocks. And the Northern Ireland Protocol, which was brought in, is a smaller bollocks attempting to deal with that big original bollocks. But the boycott of the Northern Ireland Assembly by the DUP was a monumental bollocks, which made those other bollockses look minor in comparison. Finally, it seems Jeffrey Donaldson has woke up and smelt the roses. The wake-up call came after he faced jeers from striking teachers walking into talks with Chris Heaton-Harris. This was followed very, very quickly by an unprecedented public sector strike on Thursday last, which made the Ulster Workers' Strike of 74 look like amateur hour. The final slap to Jeffrey's face came via the Majesty's government in the shape of Chris Heaton-Harris, who pointed out in stark terms there would be no further changes to the Windsor Agreement. Well, there's going to be one change that they're going to call a patriotic rebranding, right? And this will see what was known as the Green Lane, which always sounded very Fenian to me. Well, that's going to now be known as the much more British Internal UK Market Lane. Many will ask if that was worth nearly 2 years of no assembly, resulting in the crunch of our society. No. And here. What about the 7 tests, Jeffrey? What about the 7 tests you set for the UK government over the Windsor job? Surely, Jeffrey, you got 6. You got 6, Jeffrey. Tell me you got 6. You didn't get 6? All right. 5. You settled for 5. Come on, you can't get 5. Oh, fair enough, Jeffrey. Give you the benefit of the doubt. It was a hard negotiation. You settled for 4. You settled for 4, Jeffrey. What? No. There's no way, Jeffrey, you'd settle for anything less than 3, Jeffrey. Oh, no, come on. You couldn't face the people, Jeffrey, with only 2. I couldn't even get 2. I didn't even get 2. All right, Jeffrey. At least tell us, Jeffrey. After all we've been through, tell us you got 1 of them, Jeffrey. No. Get away from my mate, mate. Oh. So, having shut the Assembly for 2 years, the only achievement has been to drag us to the verge of being a failed state. Our public sector wages lag behind the rest of the UK, with the starting salary here for a teacher £6,000 behind the equivalent in England, whilst pay for our nurses and civil servants sit at £1,000 less than across the water. The NHS here is on the point of collapse, with waiting lists twice as long as they are down in the Republic. 281,000 people here languish in pain. In the case of cancer patients, the consequences are even more dire. A fact highlighted by Cancer Focus NI Chief Executive Richard Spratt, who said recently, statistics show significant delays to diagnosis and treatment for almost 2/3 of those with urgent cancer referrals. 2 years after walking out of the Assembly, Jeffrey is going to have to explain to all those people just what in God's name it was all about. Again, to put it in perspective, the Northern Ireland Assembly has lain empty for 10 of the 25 years it's been in existence. And it's long overdue we had legislation to stop any one party from being able to drag it down again. And if such legislation isn't enacted, it's only a matter of time before we're once again plunged into the dysfunction we've faced for years, with our politicians, of course, being paid for a job they refuse to do. Not that Sinn Féin can take the moral high ground on this issue, having collapsed the Assembly for 3 years, saying they'd never go back so long as Arlene Foster was First Minister. But look who was First Minister when they went back. And for all the online trolls and social media commenters who've had to dig at me over the last few months because I'm criticising the DUP, it's the usual thing is, Jake, you didn't say much, Jake, when the shinners pulled the assembly down. Check. Because for every day for 3 years, I commented on social media about the fact that the Assembly had been pulled down by Sinn Féin and pointed out that our public representatives were taking money from the public purse that they weren't earning. Every day, my birthday, New Year's Eve, Boxing Day, holidays, days I was sick, every day. So was I going to do that when this lot pulled it down? No. You know why not? Because it made no difference. It made absolutely no difference. I feel a wee bit of sympathy for Jeffrey. You know, Jeffrey found himself sandwiched between Nigel and Sammy sniping from Westminster and Jim and Ginny battering him at home. So Jeffrey seems to have finally discovered that leadership involves facing down bullies and blackguards, not getting into bed with them. Because if you do, you'll discover you're in bed with vipers. On the plus side, this may be the deal which finally causes Jim's head to explode and wee Jimmy to fall into his bin. So, boys and girls, I leave you full of hope and expectation that we face into a new political start, similar to the last political start, which followed the first political new start, which of course was a genuine new start from the last new start, which was the last new start before the next new start. That'll be the final new start before the start that is the start of the final start, which was the start. Could have been a new start, will be a new start, maybe a start, who knows what the start.
That's all, folks.